Let's talk about impaired driving statistics from the summer in British Columbia. Over the summer, the BC Highway Patrol says that they took 626 allegedly impaired drivers off the road. The majority of these were concentrated in the north, although they were spread all over the province. And it's a very interesting number because for many people, this seems like quite a shocking number given the short period of time in the summer that these were actually issued. And it tells us a number of things. The first thing it tells us is that when the police are actually doing enforcement, there are people that potentially should be taken off the road for being impaired. But the police doing enforcement is the first problem. These are blitzes that happen at certain times of year. We see blitzes in the summer, we see blitzes in the winter around Christmas time, but generally the rest of the year, there's not that level of impaired driving enforcement, even though there may still be that level of impaired driving going on. Police also, at the Shambhala Music Festival, issued 700 traffic tickets, as well as, I think, 80 plus drug-impaired driving charges. So also significant number of allegedly impaired drivers for one music festival. But there are festivals all year long. There are events and things that happen all year long. Dozens of drivers were caught after a Nickelback concert. We have concerts every weekend in Vancouver. So the enforcement piece is important. And yet we don't see the police putting the same resources and time and effort into enforcement during the rest of the year. The other thing that I think this tells us is that maybe the success of the provincial immediate roadside prohibition scheme that was aimed at reducing impaired driving by imposing strict consequences with immediate sanctions to take people off the road and change behavior, maybe that hasn't actually had the effect that the police and the government hoped it would. Here we are, 15 years on from that legislation being brought into place, and in just a couple months, it's 626 people removed from the road for impaired driving. That seems to suggest a lack of a change in behavior, even though we have population that is increasingly consuming less alcohol. Gen Z is very alcohol averse. Sober curiosity is quite popular right now. And even though we have a general negative societal attitude toward alcohol impaired driving, we still see this happening. The provincial impaired driving regime, the immediate roadside prohibition scheme, hasn't had the effect that the government likes to claim it did.